Growing up, it's always been taught to me, love God and love others. And by loving others, you serve them. Being a former legislator, Secretary of State, the different offices that I've been able to hold, and you use that power in a good way. You use the power to help people. And my dad worked at the shipyard. My mom was a bank teller. We didn't have a whole lot of money, so we had to make sure that we spent the money that we had wisely. Sometimes I think we, as government officials, forget that lesson, to stay within our means. For me, growing up, watching my parents not just talk about it, but live it. So talk about a bright spot in my life when you bring up Lauren and Gracie Pierce and Annie and Cora Beth, just amazing.
He is very determined. He's a high achiever, and he wants to be the best at whatever he's doing, whatever task is at hand. He puts his head down and he goes to work, and he sticks to his conservative principles and he ignores the noise. Michael is a fantastic girl dad. He includes the girls in every aspect of his life at work or his hobbies.
We love going to games. His favorite thing about the games is the ice cream that we get once we're in the stadium.
I really like to go hunting with my dad and fishing, and I like to just tell him about my life and tell him what's going on. He helps me ride my bike. We play a doll hair salon with our Barbies. My dad is the best.
So for my children, I think that's what I want to leave for them, the opportunity that they don't have to leave Mississippi. They've got great careers here. They can grow and raise their families. I think that's one of the things that really drives me to make Mississippi even better, that folks don't have to worry about their children leaving. When I finished law school, my hope was to go back to D.C. and work for Senator Lott. And so I called and kind of had that conversation, and he told me no. And it was one of those tough conversations to have because that was really my goal. And he said, look, you're gonna run for office one day. You need to go back to the community, get involved, understand the issues, meet the people. And so I wound up purchasing a home and getting ready to run eventually in the place that I thought needed the most help in the state Senate. Very first year in the state Senate, we sat down and started talking about illegal immigration. And so the part that I took on was E-Verify, making sure that our businesses in our state had to register, but also then run their employees through the E-Verify system to make sure that only United States citizens were getting these jobs. We also worked on pro-life bills. We passed a piece of legislation that ultimately went to the Supreme Court and overturned Roe v. Wade. And here we are, Mississippi at the tip of the spear, changing the law of the land when it comes to abortion. And we're the ones that set the path forward for our country. Towards the end of my third term in the state Senate, I was actually kind of thinking about going home. It was a conversation to have with then Governor Phil Bryant. He looked at me and he said, well, you ever thought about Secretary of State? And I just felt like it was the right thing to do, that the Lord had given me a peace about that, and odds were against us. I was excited to win that race and then be in office to make sure that I could help as many Mississippians as I could. One of the most important things we've done as Secretary of State is really focusing on election integrity. We made sure that Mississippians could trust that the vote that they cast is the vote that was counted. We've been asked by the White House to lead a Secretary of State group to make sure that all states have integrity in the process. So Mississippi, again, another instance of us leading the whole country when it comes to election integrity.
I'm Michael Watson's father-in-law, and I've known him most of his life. I couldn't ask for a better man to be the husband of my daughter. He is just a tremendous father. He takes them hunting. I couldn't ask for a better dad for my granddaughters.
I grew up with Michael, and I know him better than anybody. He was my first best friend. Anytime he's had a big decision to make as far as, like running for the state Senate or running for the Secretary of State or running for Lieutenant Governor, he's gonna go to the Lord in prayer over it first.
He hasn't wavered from his Christian views, his conservative views, but he also is about unity all across the diversity of our state. I would absolutely be proud to have Michael Watson as our Lieutenant Governor.
The reason Michael's going to do a great job as Lieutenant Governor is he has that ability not only to work with people, to bring people together across party lines. He is a great listener. Also very proud to know that he's stepping up in that leadership role. We need him there.
He would make a great lieutenant governor because I have known him and I've seen his diligence, his characteristics. I've seen his determination on doing things correctly and fixing them, and he's done a good job at that.
My life's work has been serving Mississippi. From my time in the state Senate as a conservative fighter, to my time as Secretary of State, making sure our elections are secure, cutting the regulatory burden on Mississippi businesses so they could grow and prosper. I'm ready to be your Lieutenant Governor, and my hope is you'll join us on this campaign.